Right. I'd like to invite Guru Prasad. Guru Prasad is a well-known chartered accountant. He doesn't require any introduction. So I request Guru to give his prasad of knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll not hold you up too much time between now and the lunch time, because already Rafiq sir has taken 15 minutes of my time. I don't want to take 15 minutes of your lunch time. You have to tell that. Do I have 45 minutes from now? Okay. The endeavor of my talk in the next 30, 40 minutes should be that whatever you would see here, can you do it from tomorrow morning? We run a traditional practice. When we run a traditional practice, I generally don't get clients where I can do too much of technology. If you take an instance of the fabulous presentation Rafiq made now, it was running behind my mind. It is such a beautiful thing that in case I could do all this, it's beautiful. But half of my clients come back to me until I don't even have bank reconciliation statement. Half the data is not done. Sorry, sir, stock entry is not done. You only pass entry. So we are in a scenario like that, and it's not an environment where we are in North America and we do just put it, everything is online. And when I open a tally of a client and it's a large company, then I call him back. Hey boss, what happened to February data? He's telling, I have not entered, I'm sending vouchers to you. So how do we integrate and marry technology in an environment where we are working? We are working in Bangalore, Tumkur, in some places where there is no internet. And still today we are in manual books. We have to take cognizance to the fact that whether we have to upgrade ourselves to use the technology, or should we upgrade the entire economy to upgrade the technology, is what we have to think. Because the tools available are fabulous, unbelievable, but am I able to use it? Audi car is available, but for me, for the road condition, I only require a Maruti 800. I cannot manage with the Audi car. So most of my talk would be on the sense that, can I use anything tomorrow? And as we are chartered accountants, two things come to our mind. Let us admit we are all not great technology experts. To tell an example, I don't know how to use Excel. Till today, I find it extremely difficult to use Excel. So whenever anybody sends me an Excel statement, I just open and pass my comments. Do this, do that, do that. And if they tell me, okay, you do it, I know two formulas, minus and plus. Beyond that, I don't know anything to use Excel. So I generally am comfortable in an email. I am sure all of you would relate with me because we are all in the same platform where we are not experts. We are simple people who work with finance, with money, with figures. So most of my talk would be on the sense that even a firm with two people, two article students and one proprietor, can you use this? So I'll try to drive it on that front. And when we started our office, I started in 2003, we were only 10 people. But fortunately, we caught up the birth of technology well before that. What happened? Technology again failed. Sir, nodtira? Oh, it came. Just to give an intro, I'm a partner of Guru Anjana. I'm also from alumnus of IAM as much as the CA Institute. And I'm an author of a book called The God in the Boardroom. I just want to tell this. We started in 2003. Why is it I'm telling all this? Is because to emphasize the fact that whatever technology we have to use has to make financial sense to us. Today we are in a scenario, if a Microsoft tells us you have to use 10,000 rupees for a Microsoft Excel license, my question will come, why should I pay? It's available. So it becomes so difficult in a competitive profession to go and incur too much of money on this. So all my presentation would be in a situation where you don't spend more than 2,000 rupees. And you get benefit of at least 2 lakhs. So by the end of the session, that's what we are trying to aim out of that. We have seen substantial growth. Our attrition is less than 5%. We would definitely be 700 people in a few days. We also do tax audit. We do profession tax. We do ETDS. We do statutory audit. We also get the same type of books. But we do go home at 7 o'clock. And I don't have to prepare for this presentation because we definitely live by this. So it's not a theoretical presentation. And we have a nice program called 1-minute program in the office. The program means that if there is a file, somebody calls up and asks Venkateshwara traders, I need a profession tax challan for the month of September 2014. The challenge in the organization is if I can find it within 1 minute, it is there. If it is not there in 1 minute, something is wrong. So this has helped us to reach there. So most of us, where we realize this is, sometime in 2007, my partners are here also, 2007-8, we had lost one TDS challan. We did spend so much time because the amount was some 30,000 rupees, and the client will tell you have to pay. So full of us sat down and searched one TDS challan. Then we realized if a partner's time is getting wasted for one TDS challan and we are sitting in the godown with the peon and searching, I'm not doing justice to my profession. So that is the time we started telling, let us go into this 1-minute program. Today, any data here, sitting here on my mobile, I could get it in a 1 minute. And the cost of getting this is probably 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees per month. It cannot be beyond that. Just to think, I fear the day that technology will surpass human intelligence. The world will have a generation of idiots. We will have to surpass technology. We are a paperless office, but I don't use technology. The system has to take over. I relate with people. I don't understand Excel. I don't understand emails. I don't understand customer relationship software, CRM tools. If this is a visit to the museum, there is no end for technology. And a conversation with the best friends, all of you obviously would be seeing your WhatsApp now. But that's where technology has taken us. An intimate date. And cheering the team. This guy is happy here. He's cheering the team. And a day at the beach. The beach is forgotten, everybody is forgotten. And it goes on. Traditionally, we were here, we have reached here. Why do we need technology in our offices? Firstly, it is money. It's money, my honey. We need to ensure that profitability goes up. If you ask me to come and tell, okay, you invest 1 lakh, the first question a chartered accountant will have to ask is, what is the return of investment? Why would I need to invest 1 lakh of rupees? Will my fees go up because of this? Would I be able to go home because of this? Profitability is vital. Quality of professionalism has to be measured. I'll take you through this. Actually, the internet is on. Time is precious. We don't have time. We find difficult. Even this time was the beautiful time in the last 3-4 years in tax audit. Office shuts at 7:30. There is only one inefficient partner who works till 12 o'clock because that fellow loves audit so much. Otherwise, office shuts at 7:30. Marry a solution, not the technology. And just to prove it, we have got peer review done by ICAI. We are members of HLBI. They have done the review. So we have our own peer review. We are truly paperless. And this our office looks like. And this is not a photograph which was taken for this session. Even now, when you enter, it looks like this. And all the floors looks like this. Just to use a couple of tools, I'll take you through 5 or 6 tools what we use. This is one of the tools which is freely available in the market. There may be another 100 tools. But all of you need to understand here the difference between the tool and our profession is only you. The tool doesn't do anything. We need to put a foot down. Now, when we need to be a paperless office, the first thing we used to do is, I used to walk around in the office. If there is an income tax return copy there, I'll just take it, tear it, and throw it. If it is a TDS challan, if a VAT return is there, I have torn it and tell the partner in charge or the manager in charge, go and get it. You left it on the table. We want table to be 0 before the end of the day. The amount of time and money we spent on paper filing is not measurable at all. No, this is a small tool. Shri, do you think we can run through the internet, Shri? How do we swap? Okay. See, this is one tool. I'll be talking about 7-8 tools. As again stated, most of it is free. 99% of the tools are free. Only one odd tool, maybe 2,000-3,000 bucks. I've not concentrated on anything. Let's not go into some complex firewalls. Let's not go into anything which is extraordinarily expensive. The audit fees we get is 1 lakh of rupees. In that, if I spend 80,000 rupees on a tool, what do I go? So when by the time you said, can I go ahead or what should we do? It's already there, okay. Now this is a small tool we'll create. I'll help you to just see how it helps in work. Shri, can you create a service, new service? Create a new service. Internet is a little slow, she is working on 2G. That would be enough to demonstrate that even on a mobile phone we are 300 people, we just have a simple internet. We don't spend more than $4,000-5,000 on internet. 300 people, that's about it we spend. Many a times I use my mobile phone and work. I don't use anything beyond. So she's just adding a tool, any client, and she wants to do an audit of this. So she goes and selects a template and tells, I want to do an audit. Now this is what the partner does. It is similar, just visualize that you have got a new client and you are opening a physical file. Any new client comes, you tell your peon to get a box file, you write the name on that, give a file number. Typically that's what you're doing. Actually go to statutory audit 2000 high risk, yeah. Now these are different templates. Every organization you have Excel templates. This is exactly an Excel template and you save it. Now the moment this is done, the file is opened. That means your physical file is ready. Instead of a physical file, you have an e-file. And what is the benefit of an e-file? You don't have to spend that 30 rupees. I don't spend 1 rupee on this. The cloud space is free. Enough of data is available free. It does take a little time. So the moment this is done, a message will go to the article clerk or the manager who is involved in this audit. A message will go and tell, look, so-and-so work has been allocated to you. Please go to your computer and have a look at it. He goes to the computer, and any audit, what do I do is I'll call the assistants, make them sit in front of me, and tell them, okay, boss, you 3 do opening balance verification. You 4 do cash verification. You guys do stock. You guys draft the balance sheet. That would take a lot of time, and most times the article student or the manager is waiting for me. Here you just choose any employee, Shri. You don't have to choose also, you can ignore it, go to the service task list. The moment the file is opened, the tool will throw out the following. It will exactly tell each employee what he has to do. It will tell, please go count cash of 100 rupees. After you look at this, go to opening balance. If you just go here, obtain the previous year figures, obtain the current year trial balance, verify the opening balance with this, discuss with appropriate client personnel for difference. He just ticks it. You don't have to instruct anything to the article. Just go down a little. Go down, not this, down, further down. Go to some, wait, stop. You go to your loan fund. The statement is very clear. What all they have to verify. So anybody can just go, tick it and come back. And this is available free on the internet. You don't have to design anything. The only thing is you need to go to one place and tell, please give me this tool. That's about it. Like these tools, there are hundreds in the market. They range between 300 rupees to 500 rupees. Some of it range 200 rupees. The one what we use is extremely cheap because we found that cost has to be effective. Now just go to the service history. Go back to the top and go to the overview, or services also is okay. Services is services. Now in case we need to do a transfer pricing study, the first thing we tell an article student is, boss, go to this file, you copy that file and just cut and paste it. Now as a head of the organization, I need to know what are the transfer pricing studies I have done in the last year. Whether we have been successful, whether we have not been successful. So if you can just go and put here transfer pricing, I get all my transfer pricing claims from past 5 years in one sheet. So what we do is we also go down and just put the, if you take a tax script, look, all the transfer pricing cases are here. And everything is documented. If you go back to the service tree, the first service what you open now, the challenge between a smaller firm and a larger firm is a statement prepared by Arun is looking different than a statement prepared by Divya. The statements are totally different. But when we go to a larger enterprise like a E&Y, or when you go to a Brahmaya and Company or a Shamra Madhyani and Company, everything is standardized because they have systems in the process. Now a firm which is starting today, we would not have systems in the process. So what we do is we go to the files, Now when we go here, the assistant gets the list of files. He doesn't have an option that he can create his own formats. That is how we can establish standardization like the larger firms. Now the assistant has got everything here. He doesn't have to do anything from the management representation letter. And the best part is all this is available. There's nothing you guys have to do. You just have to click it and use it. Now every time you can sort the employees. Every time what happens is when I need to do an increment, only in that last 2 months the employee does a fantastic work. 10 months is gone. How do I know an employee is profitable? What do I do whether this guy is giving me money, whether he's actually producing? We are all professional firms. We are not ATG registered companies. We are professional engagements. So suppose I just want to know, I have just used a different person so that click, click. I just go to the person. This is a HR. This is only to give an example so that none of the private information is disclosed. Now a HR will get a file like this. These are the work she has done. She started on the following date. She got delayed. She completed it. What is the work? This can be downloaded in Excel. We have gone one step further to link the billing to this. So my statement with one machine, with one button tells me the jobs done by this person for the year. What is the contribution of that? One statutory audit, one article assistant is there. I can't give him 100%. I will tell him 5%. A manager has contributed 20% based on the experience. Then I tell, okay, the total fees can be attributed to this. I can pay him 50,000. I can pay him 80,000. So every individual in an organization has got a P&L account. There's nobody without a P&L account. We have gone one step ahead. Even the office boys and the delivery boys, whenever they go there, they take a signature, they just go and dump it here. So I don't even have to struggle at any point of time to find out. We can go to the slideshow. I don't even have to struggle to any point of time to find out in 2005 to whose hand did I give this challan, to where did I courier this, because everything is scanned. And we only have a single scanner for 300 people office, because most of them take a picture in their mobile phone and upload. They don't even scan, because the kids today are in a higher generation of technology. So just to rub this through, we do have such tools, and the files can be attached directly here. This is a workflow process. So whether it is a profession tax registration or a PAN number, the moment you choose a service of a PAN number, it will throw out. Have you got a proposal signed? Has the partner approved the fees? Have you got the form? Please take the form enclosed here with. Have you taken the signature of the client? Please take the signature in only the rectangle box. It's all thrown. Now my profitability goes up so high because the assistant reads everything. He's tuned to a system. He doesn't have to come back to me. Everything is systematized. And if you look at this, there is a timesheet allocation, exactly to know how much time he has spent. But as an organization, we don't have a timesheet because we believe that leave the people free, they'll work better. The more you breathe on them, they don't work. So we don't follow a timesheet, but every tool comes with a timesheet. And none of us, many of us don't bill per time. We get 2 lakh rupees for an audit, 75,000 rupees for an audit, 5 lakh rupees for an audit. It's a lump sum fee. We don't do too much of time-based billing. So we just saw it live. Sir, what is the time, sir? Oh, I have another 15 minutes. Okay. Now, if you look at this, it's a typical case of an assessment order. If you take a 143.2 assessment order and go to a client and he sees the order, so-and-so person appeared before me 3 times, and the demand is only 500 rupees. Now you go and give the assessment order to the client and tell him, assessment is over, so please pay me my fees, and you give a bill of 75,000 rupees. You tell, what is this? For this 2 sheet of paper, you want 75,000 bucks? I'm not going to give you this. And the same happens in 195 certificates. You just give a 2-page 15 CA, 15 CB. You're not going to get paid 10,000 rupees for a 15 CA, 15 CB certificate. So whenever we do work, we need to demonstrate to the client that I have done this much. Unless we showcase to the client, I have done this much, it becomes hardly useful. And we have used technology for that. Now, if you take a high quality presentation, you would need to take color printouts. Plus, there is a designer involved. Otherwise, we'll go and put all sorts of dummy pictures. Then we have Excel. Then we have Word. Then we have PDF. Now, in your own case, the client will keep calling you until give me copies. How many times we'll give copies? We are Xerox machine or chartered accountants? We are not a Xerox machine. We are chartered accountants. So at any point of time, what would happen is they keep on giving the same information. So the way we present it as chartered accountants is where we are lacking. We are not lacking in anything else. We are lacking in the way we are going to give it. So when I'm giving an assessment order, there is so much of paraphernalia which goes into an assessment order. The documents we have submitted, the acknowledgement copies, the questions that man has raised, the amount of email communication we have done with the client. There will be 50 email communications to the client. The service tax certificates we would have given, input-output credits we would have given. Then finally the client will tell, "Yalla sariyagittu, neevu sumne hogi kottu bandre. Why would I need to give you money?" That is the big problem. So what we developed is, we developed a small tool. This possibly would be a little expensive, but not as expensive as a chartered accountant can't afford it though. You take an example, this is a Word document. There is an Excel. There is a PDF. Now if I have to give it to a client all this, we need to print it out, align it, realign it, put it in a box file, then go and deliver it, then take an acknowledgement for delivery, and the guy doesn't even see this. So in most cases, we don't do it. We just send the ITR and keep quiet. Your return is filed, you take it and go, and I try to push a bill. That won't work. So what we have done is we have taken all these tools, put it in a black box. Once you put it in a black box and shake it and tell it, arrange it in the following serial number, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then bingo, just go and press a button. You get something as jazzy as a lovely MNC firm presentation. The time between this and this is 45 seconds. Without a single paper wasted, if I can go and demonstrate to a client, look for your assessment order, I had to spend in excess of, if you take a transfer pricing report, we download 10 balance sheets. We download 10 analysis report. We do a beta testing. But the client only sees the 8-page report. So we just prepare a case study and give them the entire booklet in 45 seconds. And the moment this is done, the tool will go and the client can just sit it and see a flip book. Now he knows, oh, ishtondidya. Now when you put a bill instead of 75,000, just put it as 1 lakh. He'll pay. When we introduced this software, we had a thought process in the office. We spent ₹1 lakh on this software. We had a thought process in the office. This ₹1 lakh should increase our turnover by 10% without doing any additional work. Cleanly, we will go and tell the client, this is my presentation. You have to give me more. And just showcasing what hard work I have done. We could increase it by 24% in 2 years. The same work. The audit fees, which was getting 75,000, we could bill 1 lakh. The same work, what anybody of us do. Similarly, there would be many tools. Just I have put a few of them here. But what I would definitely recommend is, it would be worthwhile to have some sort of an auditor to come, have a look at your systems. Because the amount of money we guys are wasting is tremendous. The amount of, I'll give you an example. We had a server which was costing us in excess of around 8 lakh rupees. We had a backup for the server, which was costing another 2 lakh rupees. Then a software for the server, 1,60,000 rupees. Plus after all this, they told you need a server maintenance guy. That fellow came with 30,000 bucks. So it cost me 8 lakh rupees for maintaining one server. And within 2 years, they come and tell yours is an outdated server. What type of world we are living into? So I told, I don't want any of these things. I can't spend money on any of these things. We just removed the server and went into the cloud on a sharing space. We are absolutely so comfortable. We have a main cloud in Amazon A3 and we have a Salesforce.com as a disaster recovery cloud. We spend around 6,000 bucks a month. 8,000 bucks we spend a month. And we have such huge colossal data. And apart from that, the tool takes care of everything. Last time when I don't believe so much of technology, so I told my guys, I need a hard copy backup. I don't believe your clouds. Give me a hard drive. The guy comes back and tells you require 7 1 terabyte drives. Each drive is 5,000 bucks. So 35,000 bucks only for my comfort, I spent it, kept it for me. Because I told if the cloud drains, what do I do? I don't believe these technologies either way. So, and all these are free. We just create something called as a performance management system. Any of you can just go to Google and just download a Google application, and you can create a performance management system, which is just a series of questions. It comes to you, the employee answers it, and you get it. So when we do a PMS, what we do is we just go to the Google, create a Google form. If you want to know how to create a Google form, very simple. Go to Google, type and tell how to create a Google form. That's all. A form will be thrown out at you. You start posing the questions. Your Google form is ready. Save it, mail it. You don't need any technical knowledge for doing this. SurveyMonkey is a good tool. In fact, I was recently struggling to create a conference call with 7 people. Calling them, 2 of them are telling 3 o'clock, 4 of them are telling 1 o'clock. For that I spent 20-30 minutes. So I went to the Google and told, can I fix a conference call? It threw out a software called Doodle, D-O-O-D-L-E. It throw out a software and it will just throw out the mail to all of them. Choose your timing. And whatever is the common timing, it will give it back to me. And everybody is able to see what is Google. And the best part is I could do it on my app phone or Android phone. Again, free. And if you look at so many tools available, there are tools for video conferencing which is free. We don't spend of any of those things. SurveyMonkey is free. We have a portal called KQ portal. Anybody in the office has a doubt. What is section 54F? If somebody, an article posts a doubt, it just goes and sits in this portal and anybody can answer this. Again, free. You don't have to spend a single rupee on any of these things. Now, we have a portal because we are now 300 people. We need to monitor leave, we need income tax declarations, PF, ESI, and their tax timing, their payroll, plus their employee records, their appointment letters, their increment letters, exit interview letters, HR manual, their induction kit. It's a colossal effort. Some portal like this can give it to you at 7 rupees to 35 rupees per month. 35 rupees into 300, I spend 9,000 rupees. I don't even need a HR department. So when we are having 10 employees, it is 7 rupees into 10, 70 rupees you get into a portal. Articles can go into the mobile application, apply leave, manager can sanction leave. You can keep track of your CS leave, BCom leave, ACA leave. Every leave can be taken care of. And this is another, just to give you a snapshot of what all I've spoken till now. If you look at this tool, Pepilio, initial cost is 0, training cost is 0, approximately 200 rupees per user per month. Like this, don't go by these names, these are only examples. Like this, there are hundreds of them. Average cost per month can be anything between 150 to 200 rupees. An extremely good tool can be 300 rupees. And if you take Zoho right now, Zoho is a tool which is available. Suppose you are doing accounting practice. An employee can take a WhatsApp image on the mobile phone, just upload it in Zoho, it will come to you. Then you can approve it. Then it will go to the accounts. And it's free. Free up to 40 users. So Vivid is one software which I was showing it to you, which we prepare that booklet and give it to people. Make a nice booklet where my fees from 75,000 can go to a lakh of rupees. That is this. Many internal portals. If you look at guru@gurujana.com is my mail ID. Now most of the chartered accountants, we have been having mail IDs like ramesha@gmail.com. They don't look correct for us. We're a professional establishment. We need to have our domain names. A domain name booking would cost you 120 rupees to 200 rupees, depending on high quality server you go. Sometimes 1,000 rupees. That's about it. Now, guru@gurujana.com is a free Gmail application. We are on Gmail. So we go back to Gmail and just write to them, I need my domain in Gmail. So if your firm name is Vaidya and Company, they'll give you Suresh@Vaidya and Company, Vaidya.com. So none of us, we still are in Gmail. We are not in our own server, but we can comfortably work with 0 cost. Most of SaaS models are 20 rupees per user. SaaS models cannot be beyond that. One server space is around 8,000 rupees if you go for a high quality server. A little low quality server could be 7,000 rupees, and we don't have such critical data. Even if somebody takes that data, BRS is not reconciled, don't worry. You're safe. And security, we can't keep spending on security. Cyber security is there. The amount of money we have to spend is endless. There's no end to cyber security. Cost benefit, no server cost, no virus cost. In fact, we have a series of machines in the office. There are no hard disks because the hard disk machine is costing 16,000 rupees. Without hard disk, it costs you 10,000 rupees. There are no hard disks. 8 machines share one hard disk because all the data either way is in the server. No upgradation costs. What do we mean by no lock in the offices? We are now in Southern Circle. Any of you are free to come to our office. We don't lock our office, even in the night. Not that we have 10 security guards. We have one physically disabled guy there, that's about it. We don't lock the office because we don't even have a single paper, we don't have a pen, we don't have cabins, we don't have drawers. We removed the drawers in the office because if you keep drawers, people will put challans there. There are not a single drawer in the office. Every floor has got only 2 dustbins. If you keep dustbins, people will throw paper there. There are no dustbins. So what is an office? It has got table, chair, and nothing else. And the photo which you saw just now is a real office. You can come with surprise notice without telling us it's the real office. It's not a photo office. And no learning time. Any of this can be implemented in a day's time. There's 0 learning time. Why will technology fail in the office? Is a big question. Why is it one odd firm has got a paperless office while many firms are still struggling with papers? The amount of money we are spending in storage is Herculean. When we started this endeavor, people told ICA will not agree. We wrote to ICA, got 3 peer reviews. Then we were not satisfied. We wrote back to them and telling we are destroying all this paper, we are digitally signing it, are you clear? We didn't get a response. So I went, sat down there and got a certificate. Because if anybody comes and asks, I should be able to show. So ICS has given a certificate to us, you are okay. You don't need to keep files. When the Corporate Act is without a paper, Income Tax Act is without a paper, what is the big deal of our working papers in an audit environment? And we do 200, 300 audits, we do tax scrutiny, everything as much as anybody. Everything will get erased one day, we'll be doomed. If everything gets erased, what do you want to do? What are the reasons for all this? Why does this happen? Why are we not able to implement technology which is freely available for each of us? Is only one reason. It's you. If you guys would like to do a change, it's easily, freely available. It's as cheap as Paytm. It's as cheap as Paytm. You don't need to pay any money on that. On top of it, we are spending paper, cost on paper, cost on printing, cost on stationery, cost on whatnot. And this is an effective time. More than that, it saves time. We could access anything in a minute's time. It saves a ton of time. I think I've also saved your time by finishing it 2, 3, 5 minutes earlier. Anything is there, we can catch up over curd rice. Thank you for the patient listening. If any questions are there, he's telling the lunch is not ready. Any questions, would be happy to answer it.
It also means number of hearings or number of emails that we put in, and then it'll be charged on that basis. So we do it before we take place.
No, even we do this, sir. What we do is before a service is opened, till the proposal is signed, we don't open the service. So the moment the employee sees it, only the manager can see the fees. The articles can't see the fees. Only the senior managers. We can have setting levels. It will openly show, okay, the fees is accepted, the proposal is signed, the engagement letter is signed, now you start work. Otherwise, we have the first sheet. When you saw the audit list, is the engagement letter signed? If it is not signed, they can't go further. They have to click. For example, you saw the entire task list. If 2 task lists are not there, it won't allow you to sign. It blocks you to sign. So it brings in a discipline inside. Sir?
Yeah. Guru, you mentioned that you don't allow the employees to maintain their timesheets. But in the absence of timesheets, how do you do the P&L for every individual?
See, timesheets would only give time. P&L would give money. Well, so what we do in that is...
Time only gets converted, I thought.
No, what we do in that is, when we do a P&L, every job has got a fee. There are 2 types of jobs. The free jobs come in red, the paid jobs come in green. There are free jobs. If you go to a client, he will ask you so many opinions. But next time when you go for an increase of audit fees, he'll tell what all you did. That time the system shows, okay, I did 9 free jobs for you. There is a serial number, there is an email for that. These are the free jobs. When we download a P&L for an employee, what it gives me is name of the client, nature of service, what is the fees they have charged. what is the contribution of this employee? So what is the total sales on account of this employee for the increment period? Total that. Then we manually key in what is his salary.
Okay.
We arrive at the P&L on that lines.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Guru Prasad, you remember I talked about, we'll have Prasad from Guru. And like Prasad, we know that Prasad is going to be very small, but it has a lot of value. And I think Prasad has really provided value to all of us. Now, if you see his presentation, I think there are 4 Yes he followed. One, you know, based on his nature, based on his presentation, he believes in simplicity. Okay, he looks at simplicity. Second thing is he's solution-oriented. And third, if you want a solution which is systematic, you need to invest time in systems and processes. So although you said a lot of solutions are available, there is no doubt you can ask any solution, Google Baba will give you the answer. But you need to invest in time to bring that to a particular system. Unless you invest the time, the solution will not happen by magic. You cannot say, download Google and then say, this is what is going to be there. You need to think through that particular thing and make it system-oriented. And the best part is, if you look at Guru's simplicity, now he believes in scale. So that's the 4th yes. So if you put systems in place, you have solutions in place, and you have simple systems which work, you find that you can definitely scale up. And you find with his a practical example, in just 14 years, they've scaled up from how many? From 10 to 300, it's only just a small beginning. There are many more bigger aspirations to go. Okay, thank you very much, Guru, for sharing a valuable expertise. I request Nanu Malya to come over and hand over Memento.
If you had told Memento is there, I would have possibly spoken for 5 more minutes.
You have given value. Thank you very much. Yeah. Like I said, this is a 2020 match. Abhi to match shuru hua hai. Like Shah Rukh Khan said, no, picture bhi baki hai. And in a 2020 match, it will become more and more interesting. Now you'll find more and more practical. We have next batsman already ready to play. Okay, so enjoy your